Good evening, all. It is time for some Friday story time, and I'm joined tonight by Joker, Daniel, and Halakar. Good evening, fellas. How are you?
Doing
I'm
well.
all
It
okay.
warmed up a little bit. It's actually above freezing.
It is. It's above freezing here now as well. It's not warm up here. I think it's. I'm still wearing the all my warm stuff, but it's warmer, which is nice. Which is nice.
Am I coming through okay?
Yes, you can do fine, Joker.
Okay.
And in chat, I can see we've got Stripiglet, we've got Andy, we've got Jerry, we've got Brian, and we've got Finity, the tiny wimey limey, who, as we have recently discovered, is an expat in New Zealand. And, very much a British expat, hence the limey. Hello, Doc Flamingo, how are you doing? Look, I've got 8 people here. Hello, Bob. And yeah, so lots of people here. Have you all been since Wednesday? All right. Let's suppose anyone's had any games since Wednesday.
Um,
Um,
Trying to think. Yeah.
Just off the computer.
have you been to the pub, Dan?
No, actually, I haven't. I was so sick. I actually missed work yesterday.
Oh.
My wife missed work today. My son only made school one day this week. So yeah.
So it's going around your family. It hit my family just before
Yeah,
Christmas.
my boss missed 2 days last week. My coworker missed today, so I didn't even want to go in, but I still did. And then I found out she wasn't going to show up, so I had to do yesterday's work and today's work for my job, and then her job also.
You had double the crappers to clean. Yes.
Yeah.
Good
The
evening,
guys
Jack.
were all bitching in the offices because I don't wear yoga pants like she does. So
No, I think they're probably glad that you don't wear.
yeah, that's why I said I'm like my old lady doesn't even want me to wear yoga pants.
Yes. Right. I have a character sheet here. And I have the number 213 written down. So I'm hoping that makes sense for people because we didn't play last week.
Some sort of sense.
You're reading the Elric and Stormbringer rules. Anyone know anything about the Elric and Stormbringer game? I've never seen it. Never seen it. Wear them for the stream, Dan. Get subs up from the ladies. Wow. I did once do a stream in my judo suit, didn't I? Do you remember that one? When I was reading Sword of the Samurai, the judo suit.
I suppose that's the closest you're going to get.
I miss wearing that twice a week training. I do. I miss it. But I don't think the body would cope anymore. It's been too long. But hey, right. I'm going to get started. Anyhow. Anywho. So, Halak, are you all well behaved tonight? Now that we see your face on stream, because you're very
Oh, yeah,
naughty.
when I'm here, I always am.
Yeah. When you're in chat, you're not, isn't it? It's when you're in chat.
Anonymity.
Yes.
Yeah, I had the day off today. It's my compensation day for Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So
Ooh.
I've just been being domestic.
So you have been domesticated.
Yeah, laundry, vacuuming, making the beds, all that good stuff.
I think I'd have rather gone to work.
Yeah, I've been to work today. Lovely 9.5 hour shift in the shop. Right, 213. Oh yes, it was this tug of war, and we've just won the tug of war. while Halakar plays with his pussy.
Somebody's got to
Oh,
do
yes. How can we forget?
I can be naughty with my face on the camera. So I don't need to hide behind anonymity. I'm just naughty. Right. So we've just won a game of Tunnel
Something
War.
else I did today. I got my Merle and Ace picture framed and put up.
Oh, excellent. I can see that behind. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Mel.
The puppets, the hyphen, and the wizard. Yes. I don't monetize this one, Straw. Don't worry. Friday night, just talk about what the hell you want. And I don't care about monetization on a Friday. So, to be honest, I don't monetize any of my streams. So I don't want to be I don't want people to think they've got to skirt around things too much. I know we don't tend to do anything too close to the knuckle, but it's just that stupid time when Sachs just said, play the Trump card. And because the word Trump was used, we got demonetized for political content. What?
Then you can't play spades or euchre or anything like that online.
I'm a bridge. When I was at school, I was a bridge player.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
that's absurd.
It was ridiculous. Oh, the curious! Look at this! Look at this!
Already started.
It's 10.
10.
10.
It must be payday.
I recognize some of those names.
He has me beat. I had a bad paycheck. He's going to beat me out this week.
Who do you recognize, Halakar?
Let's see. We've got Coco B, Sean Vera, Can't R.I.P., DM Dwayne, Terror Smith, the Dungeon Minister, Michael Stronghold, Omen Owl, Table Runner Crispy, Jason Jacobson.
There's at least 5 of those I've encountered along the way, and one of those I've met. I haven't met Omen Owl, no. The Dungeon Minister.
Yeah, and actually that got me thinking. I took some pictures there that I never downloaded to the computer, so I'll have to do that this weekend too. I think I've got one of you and Bear together.
Excellent.
A couple others, some pictures of the church and stuff. I'll have to put those up on the Discord.
Yeah, do so. I didn't take pictures, really. That was really quite bad of me. I should have taken pictures.
I wanted to do a bunch on Sunday, but then I had to leave. So.
You did, yeah. We had planned like a group photo, hadn't we? And people had to go and whatever. So, yeah, it's one of those things. But I mean, I did a few little videos from there, and I was playing games most of the time. Yeah. I'm hoping to go again this year, and I'm not going to join as many game sessions. I'm going to keep at least 2 sessions empty just to mill around and talk to people.
Yeah. If he's got an open slot, I want to run a session of Star Frontiers.
Yeah, why not? Do it. That Straw Piglet. Say, half his comments on YouTube are censored on videos. Yeah, and it's not the owner of the channel who censors it. It's YouTube themselves. I censor absolutely nothing. There are very, very few people that have any form of restriction on my channel. And those are only people who've been trolls or absolute dickheads. And those are the only people who've ever been I've ever shut up at all on my channel. Everything I've got no limits on what can be posted in the comments, nothing. So if your comment doesn't get posted, it's YouTube. But I'm gonna say, God balls. Oh yeah, he got that. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Right, shall we get started? The stone floor rises back up with the spectators clapping and cheering wildly. Of course, they've been dumped in a pit, haven't they? I told you I had to be the anchor, the priestess says, looking very pleased with themselves. A little magic can make a big difference. The officer raises his sword to silence the crowd, telling your team to stand in a line. He turns his back to the crowd and says, I'm sure you'll all agree this has been a glorious contest so far. To end this part of it, Lord Carnus will say a few words. Carnus rises slowly to his feet and with a look of satisfaction on his face says, Indeed, this has been a glorious day, and I, for one, do not want it to end. So there will be an additional contest called Life or Death.
No.
It'll be one-on-one combat that will better reflect the nature of my arena. The 12 will become 6. Only those 6 survivors will enter my dungeon. The spectators go wild on hearing his announcement. Carnus slowly surveys the 12 remaining competitors. Contestants, draw your weapons and prepare to fight to the death. The dwarf warrior will fight the rogue, the assassin will fight the berserker, the monk will fight the barbarian, the priestess will fight the thief, the warrior knight will fight the mercenary, and the man-orc will fight the adventurer. He growls this in a cold voice, pointing his finger at you. Let battle commence. He sits down to watch the spectacle begin, signaling to the officer to instruct the contestants to stand opposite their opponents. You walk over to the tall man-orc, who looks like he's a meek and ferocious fighter, holding his heavy broadsword in 2 hands above his head. He charges at you the moment the trumpet sounds. You raise your sword and stand ready to fight him.
Sweep the leg.
Right, I do now need to just catch up on my uselessness at the start and get Albert Rodeo open, because that's where we've got our dice rolling stuff. I am signed in and I will share it now. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Albert Rodeo. Allow. And there we have it. That, so we can see Halakar and his furry friend. Where's your furry friend tonight, Daniel?
I don't know. I'm waiting for him to show up. Actually, he's sleeping over on my grandpa's rocking chair. So
Yeah, he's good.
That's his new favorite spot.
Did I say hairy broadsword? Heavy, heavy broadsword. Heavy. Right, let's choose some dice colors.
Red.
Okay, Joker says red, so we'll be red. Dan, pick for the enemy. Which color? Don't say red.
Don't say red.
Yeah,
Blue.
pick a color.
Blue.
Blue. Blue. There we go. Okay, we're fighting a man-orc. We have a skill of 9. He has a skill of 8. So we have a 1-point advantage. We have 12 stamina. He has 7 stamina. We should win this. We should. First round. 9-9 with our 1-point advantage. It goes to us. Second round. 9-4 goes to us. The man-orc is dying. Good call with the red dice here, Joker. 8-5. We win that one. One. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 4 rounds in a row.
Get them all.
Now, is he a pig-faced orc or is he a migrant worker orc? Do they have a picture?
No, there's no picture, but typically in fighting fantasy books, they've been a cross between Tolkien orcs and pig-face orcs. So no, they're not sombrero wearing. There we go. With the man-orc slain, you watch the final battle, which ends with the barbarian slumping to the ground. All the spectators rise to their feet to applaud the victors. Even Lord Carnus stands and claps. You are exhausted but relieved to have survived the elimination contest. While the spectators begin to make their way to the dungeon to watch the start of the contest, you look around the arena and see the victors are the monk, the warrior knight, the thief, the assassin, and Thump the dwarf, who punches the air triumphantly. Oh, the priestess has died. One who got us through the tug of war. You are led out of the arena by the officer and taken to a small building nearby to rest and eat. Add 2 stamina points. Okay, we're up to 14 stamina out of our maximum of 60. Oh, this character is shit as well. Nobody is talking, and you decide to break the silence and introduce yourself to the others. The thief bows and says, "Greetings. Fingers Foley is my name, and thieving is my game, in case you were wondering. I was given the nickname Fingers, not because it's a thief's name, but because my little finger was cut off as a punishment for sneaking out of the Black Lobster Tavern in Port Blacksand without paying for my drinks. I usually get away with it, but not in Port Blacksand." Thump asks him how he was able to defeat the priestess. "Oh, that was easy. I didn't lose my thieving skills when I lost my finger. As we chatted while walking across the arena, I slipped her magic ring off her finger without her noticing. You should have seen the look on her face when she realized what I'd done." The monk is called Usman Ko, and says he's from Fang. "Sukhumvit raged for days when he heard about his dungeon. Silly old fool," he scoffs, leaning on his staff. The armored warrior knight is from Chalice and goes by the name of Corporal. He's a man of few words and looks to be quietly assessing everyone's strengths and weaknesses. The last contestant is Azura Zhang from Zingis. "Watch your back. I'm an assassin," she says mischievously with a sly smile. Trumpets suddenly blare to signal that it's time for you to enter Carnus's Dungeon of Despair. As you get ready to go, Thump whispers in your ear, "Shall we make a pact not to fight each other in the dungeon?" Do we make a pact with Thump, or do we not make a pact with Thump?
Oh yeah, we got to go with the orc, or I mean with the dwarf.
We'll try to keep to the pact.
Okay. So over to you, chat. Pact or no pact? Hello, Nosorian. Just getting home after your week at work. Have some dinner and join us. We have 2 votes for pact. Any more votes from chat? Pact, of course. Of course, Piglet. Of course. Richard says pact too. Andy says pact. Okay, we've got 8 vote for pact, and we've got 10 people in chat. So, yeah, we can just we can stop there. We're making a pact with our buddy Thump, who was always going to get this far, wasn't he? In fact, you just know that the last person you have to fight in this adventure is Thump, don't you? Of course it is.
That's how it feels.
That's how the first book of the series worked. Or we had to fight him at some point. Thump slaps you on the back and shakes your hand firmly. "By the beard of Big Leg, our bond is built," he says solemnly with his eyes fixed on yours. "Now let's find that orb." Once outside, the officer leads you along a dusty track that is lined with hundreds of cheering spectators. Walking along, you notice a white-haired old man in the crowd. He is waving at you, trying to get your attention. And when he catches your eye, he beckons you over to speak to him. Do we stop and speak to the old man, or do we keep on walking?
Speak
Oh,
to the old
man of
man.
wisdom.
So speak or walk. I heard you all say speak tonight.
He's one of those druids that's going to cast a bless on us
Yes, yeah. And our swords.
and our
All of
swords.
us. Chat so far, I've gone 4 4 the same way. Right, it's 8 votes for speak, and there's only 11
Yeah.
chat. And 7 votes sorry for speak, but there's only 11. 8, sorry, 9. Yeah, there's 11 people watching, which means it's again a done deal. Stopping and speaking for the old man. 284. He looks at you intently with piercing eyes and says, "If you want to stay alive, don't choose 5." Before you have time to ask him to explain, he disappears into the crowd. You tell Thump what the man said, but he dismisses it as nonsense, saying, "What's he talking about? Number 5? Number 5 what? Forget it." Thump turns and walks on, waving at everybody and soaking up the adulation from his growing number of fans. You hear a shrill whistle and turn to see a tall man in a hooded cloak looking at you. He pulls a long knife from under his cloak and waves it in the air. Do we speak to this man, or do we ignore him and catch up with Thump?
Ah.
The one that doesn't ignore. What was the other one?
Catch up with Thump.
Well, see, if we talk to him, we might get more information.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
Yeah, he's a little more questionable, but more info is always good.
Yep.
We're at 4-2
I mean, Trump's
at
a
the
dwarf.
moment.
He can't walk that fast. We'll catch up to him anyways.
Little waddly legs. But
Give
5-2.
us some Metamucil. We'll have to stop in 20 minutes anyhow.
5-2 at the moment for speaking with this dodgy-looking geezer. But 2 say catch up with our buddy Thump. Give people a little longer to vote on this one because it's a bit more split.
Where's the pretty girl that wants to give us a kiss for luck on the way in? That's what I'm waiting for.
She called off work today.
Putting double duty at Hooters.
She makes better tips there.
The money's not bad either.
I've never
Ho,
been to
ho,
one.
ho, ho.
And they actually do have good wings, or at least they used to.
That's what they call them now. But no, honestly, their food is supposed to be really good. So,
Well,
Never been. In fact, I've never seen one. So
I've never been to one.
That's where we used to go every year for our planning meeting for our fishing week.
That's a good place to go.
was it an all blokes fishing society sort of thing?
It was a bunch of guys I went to high school with. We get together every summer and go fishing for a week.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned that last year.
Yeah, usually in June we go, but this year I'm driving out west, so I don't get to fish. It's going to be it's going to be a different week.
Andy, tell us all about it. Tell us all about it. Want to know the experience of an Englishman at Hooters? I don't think we do have them in the UK, Richard. Never heard of them being one here.
yeah, Coyote Ugly is probably the nearest we get to that.
I think the funniest story I have from Hooters, we went there for my friend's bachelor party, before the party started. That's where we went for dinner. And they had a bunch of hula hoops hanging by the front door for some kind of contest or something. I don't know. Well, my one friend, Matt, on the way out, grabs one of the waitresses and says, "Hey, what are those hula hoops for?" And she says, "Why? Do you want to do it?" He says, "Well, hell yeah, but what are the hula hoops for?"
Hey! I think the owls are smaller in the UK as well. Yes, you're right, Straw Piglet. I get the joke.
And that's just Roy Hodgson.
The Americans won't understand that. Richard says, not great. Skip Hooters. Okay.
I just remembered this. My oldest daughter, who's now 32, maybe 33. Yeah, 33 now. When she was about 2.5, her grandmother bought her this T-shirt for it. It was a Hooters T-shirt. The grandmother was kind of naive and didn't realize what Hooters was. And we went to pick her up, and here she is wearing a Hooters shirt. And my future ex-wife is like, Graham, what did you do? She goes, what? That's a cute shirt. You know, Hooters, the little owls, hoot, hoot. She's like, okay, Graham, that's fine, whatever.
Well, I could see the confusion. I mean, we had that whole anti-pollution thing about give a hoot, don't pollute that had a little owl on it.
Yeah.
Brian says they used to have one in every city over in America. Do you know by experience, Brian?
Our closest one now is in State College. That's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
I think they closed the two in my area. It's been 20 or 30 years since I went.
But if you go down to the one bar on a Saturday
I
night,
scab on my side of my face. I'm bleeding at the moment.
there's a couple bartenders in town that are more than willing to oblige if they're in the mood to get tips. So, yeah.
Right, anyway,
Yeah.
we are stopping to speak to the man. You walk over to the man whose eyes are ice blue. He looks at you without smiling and says very seriously, "This is a Kragan knife. I forged it myself. You'll need one if you hope to survive today. I'll be willing to sell this one for 2 gold pieces if you'd like to buy it. Look at the knife to see it has an ornate handle and a long wavy blade made of bronze. Do you buy the knife or do you turn down the offer? We have 5 gold pieces."
I would say turn it down. It's bronze. It's soft.
Yeah, what else are we going to spend money on in a dungeon, though?
There is that. Sure, why not?
Okay, so 2 votes for yes. Joker?
Why not?
3 votes for yes. Jeb says yes. I don't know what IHOP is either. So
International House of Pancakes.
Yeah.
okay.
They have like 11 items on their menu. And, which
They're
is
a
awesome.
wannabe Waffle House.
Yeah. Pretty much, yep. What do we have? We have a not Bob Evans.
So we're 2-2 in chat.
Yep, but 5-2 overall. I mean, I tend to prefer. I had from a fair few chain places when I was in Canada. But when I'm over here, I tend to avoid chains. Apart from KFC, I don't mind a KFC. But I would rather go to a curry house, a nice private-owned curry house, and have a nice curry or Chinese or something like that.
Waffle House was started by a Marine, and it's actually a pretty cool story, but we won't go into it here.
Is that the one that was driving nuclear stuff over to Arizona or whatever?
I don't think so.
No, actually it is. Look up Fat Electrician.
Yeah, that's where I watched the video, was on Fat Electrician.
Yeah, but no, he was driving nuclear supplies for the nuclear bombs for World War II, and then him and his best friend. Yeah, but it's a neat story. Sorry, I don't want to get off track.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch his episode about John Basilone yet today. I'm going to do that after the stream.
Oh, he has a new one?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to watch. Yeah.
Any more votes from chat? We're at 5-2 at the moment.
Big man asked me if I'd go to on Monday morning. It's the back here.
Can we hear Twig again? Hello,
Yes.
Twig.
Yeah, been there, done that. You see, I've never done it before, and I'm like a bit confused. I said, oh, cool. Oh.
Twig, the internet can hear you.
I've already got the card. I've already blocked the card online.
Chat are completely ignoring the fact that we need to vote. What's the purpose of this stream other than to listen to Joker's mom talking about blocking a card online and talking about food and scantily clad women? And scantily clad women serving food, which is not a bad thing.
Well, it's Friday and we all have short attention spans. You get what you get.
Yeah. It's the middle of the week for me. And small owls, yes. What's the largest species of owl in the UK? Do we get any eagle owls here? I'm sure we do.
I've seen them out here with a good 5-foot wingspan.
Yeah, I don't think we get that big. We have barn owls and tawny owls. I think they're the two main ones. We get little owls.
Ours is the condor.
It's not an owl.
No. It has a 12-foot wingspan.
Our biggest bird here is the mute swan, which is one of the heaviest birds capable of flight. They're not got a massive wingspan, but they are absolute bastards. You don't fight them.
You know
No,
what
the
would be
the biggest
about
ones,
that?
the biggest ones in Scotland, and it's an eagle.
In terms of wingspan, we've got the sea eagle, haven't we? The white-headed sea eagle or something. It's the biggest wingspan, but the mute swan is much heavier.
You know what would be awesome about being a mute swan? Because swans mate for life.
Yes.
So if you were the male, you would never have to listen to her ever again.
Because she's mute. She's mute. She doesn't speak.
Yeah. Dude, I want to be a mute swan.
What do we think about Gordon Ramsay? I don't mind him. I think he can be quite funny at times. I don't watch cooking shows typically. I've seen him on a few things where he's been quite an interesting guest to listen to. Don't mind him. No, I don't.
I think he's a pompous ass, but he's hilarious.
I like him better than what's his name, Taffer. That if that dude would have shown up at our restaurants, they would have found pieces of him in the walk-in a month later.
He's a douchebag. Yeah.
Not heard of him.
He's the guy that goes in and fixes bars.
Yeah, he does bar rescue.
Yeah, and every show's the same. He puts in cameras so you know the staff knows he's in there already. Then they're all idiots. He walks in, bitches out the owner, claims he's going to fix everything, puts in all new crap, trains the staff. They have a failing soft opening. Then he retrains the staff. Then they do really, really good. They go back 3 months later and the bar's closed because it failed again.
Or they turned around and sold it for a lot more money because it was on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the ornithology show? I don't know. We could do a show on ornithology at some point.
But that is every show. It's that script to a T. And you could probably do it by 10-minute increments is how it goes on. You know, it's first 10 minutes is him bitching, and it's.
Thank you, Mercurius, by the way. Thank you. Do you want us to talk about our feathered friends? Shall we talk more about feathered friends?
Now, would a sphinx or a harpy fall under ornithology, or would they be something different?
Let me go ask my wife if she's a harpy or not.
It depends on what.
Albatross.
It depends on what type of sphinx, though, wouldn't it? The
Yeah,
Hyraca
it
sphinx,
does.
maybe.
A gyno sphinx would qualify.
Come and get your albatross.
Right. Anywho, people aren't bothering to vote, so we're just going to take the leading one at the moment, which is buying the knife. So 371. The man pockets your gold pieces and says, "You will not be disappointed." He turns and disappears into the crowd. You slide the knife into your belt and walk on to catch up with Thump. So we spent 2 gold pieces and we've bought the bronze knife. Okay. Up to 12. You soon arrive at a cave with its entrance around carved into the shape of 2 fire-breathing dragons locked in battle. Standing there, waiting to greet you, is Lord Carnus, resplendent in purple robes. Merc's disappointed. Oh. You don't want to talk about birds? No.
I think
about
he's
emus.
disappointed we bought the dagger.
Oh, he's disappointed we bought the dagger. Okay. Oh, that was that. What that no was for, not wanting to buy the dagger. Too late. Well, it was 5-2 towards yes at that point. So your vote took it to 5-3, and that made you disappointed. Yeah. So that's the way. Yeah. Sorry. A huge crowd of people has gathered at the entrance, with everybody jostling for position, desperate to see the contestants close up. Carnus motions for the crowd to hush so that it can be heard. I congratulate the 6 finalists. You are all heroes, but alas, there can be only one champion. Now, I want each of you to stand on one of the slabs over here, he says invitingly, pointing to 6 numbered stone slabs on the ground in front of him. The assassin makes a mind up quickly and stands on slab 1, followed by Caldwell, who steps confidently onto slab 3. Thump jumps onto slab 6 and motions you to stand next to him on slab 5.
Oh, heck
Do
no.
we stand on slab 5 or do we stand on 2 or 4?
4.
2, 4, or 5?
I'm just curious if the fact they're telling us not to step on 5 is a red herring, just because he wants to win.
That's my thing. Is he knows we're one of the most dangerous. So being beside him, what if he decides to try and take us out?
Yeah, the old guy looked like Santa Claus. We have to trust him.
Mercurius has gone for number 6, which isn't an option, so he could push Thump off. Sadly, not an option. Thump's on 6 already.
Oh, come on. We can do some good old dwarf toss in here. I'm saying don't stand beside Thump. So whichever's the other one.
2 and 4.
2 or 4?
2, I guess.
2?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, we're on 1 vote for 2, 1 vote for 5, and 6 votes for 4 so far. I'll make that 2 votes for 5. So 6 votes for 4, 2 for 5, 1 for 2. Richard's trusting. Richard's too trusting. Richard, you're divorced, aren't you? Were you too trusting? Were you too trusting?
Huh?
Daniel's been too trusting at least twice.
Yeah, maybe 3. We'll see.
Joker,
so I
you've been
can't
too
remember.
trusting. Joker, you've been too trusting as well before, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Either that or too foolish head on.
No one's ever trusted Halakar, have they, sadly?
I came close once, but luckily common sense got the better of me.
Ah,
And your bank balance thanks you for it.
Yeah, there is that. They do get
What's that?
expensive.
You're standing on slab 4. So 1, 7, 6. You stand on the slab and watch the monk stand on slab 2. And finally the thief, who steps cautiously onto slab 5. Your heart begins to pound in your chest when Lord Carnus reaches for an iron lever protruding from the wall of the cave entrance. The crowd goes silent when he takes hold of it with both hands. Contestants, you are about to enter my dungeon of despair. When I pull down on this lever, you will drop through the floor. I should warn you that one of you will not survive the fall. If any of you want to change places with another contestant, do so now. The thief raises his hand and says, I'll swap if anybody else will. Do we change places with fingers, or do we stay where we are?
So where we are.
Stay where we are.
Oh, man. I'll go with stay, but I think we're going to regret it.
Chat. Do we swap places with fingers, or do we stay where we are? Andy says stay. Jeb says stay. Ooh, we might have the magic ring. Oh, well. Oh, well. Ooh, got hiccups. I shouldn't have gulped down that last mouthful of tea, should I? Take the ring off his dead body? Well, it depends if it's a bottomless pit or not. I ever wondered about a bottomless pit. Because if a pit is bottomless, all that will happen is you'll keep falling until you get to the other side, and then you'll fall through the earth, and then gravity will pull you back again, and you'll just keep falling.
And eventually you end up in the center.
And you'll just keep doing that. Assuming the pit shaft is exactly down vertically.
Yeah, you end up with the battle between gravity and friction.
Yeah.
And you'll end up in the center.
But then there is the Coriolis effect. So because the earth is spinning, would you land perfectly back down the center of the pit?
Well, you might bounce off the walls a few times.
You get beat up on the way up and down until you finally stop.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anybody else voting? We've got 5 for stay and none for swap. So does anybody else want to cast a vote? It's up to you, chaps. Then the monsters get you. Yes.
But in the meantime, you would end up burning before you even got through the first thing.
Well, there is that. Yes. Yes.
It wouldn't matter.
Yeah. In fact, you wouldn't have to go too far down to start burning. Because things do get hot quite quickly. Okay, 7 votes so far for stay. We have 15 people watching. There's a lot of people who haven't voted, but apathy. It's the way of the world now when it comes to voting, isn't it? Because whoever you vote for, they're shit. Right, moving on. If you want to change places, no, from stay we are 10 to 3, 4, 2. Disillusioned old geek. The thief looks disappointed that nobody wants to change places with him, but he shrugs his shoulders as though he doesn't care. The crowd gasps as Carnus pulls down on the iron lever and the slabs fall away. You drop through a hole and find yourself sliding down a stone chute to land heavily at the bottom of a deep pit. Lose 1 stamina point. Oops, I just whacked.
You should have.
The pale light from amber crystals attached to the pit wall is just enough for you to see that the floor is covered in a writhing mass of snakes. There's a ladder attached to the pit wall that goes up to a wooden door higher up. Do we fight the snakes or do we climb the ladder to open the door? We can see Halakar again. Snakes or ladder? Snakes and ladders?
That's a game.
It's a game, yes.
I'm saying let's try to get the hell out.
You call it shoots and ladders over there, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Correct.
It's snakes and ladders over here.
Unless it's the generic game and they don't want to pay Milton Bradley a lot of money, then it's snakes and ladders.
So, Halakar and Joker, either of you want to vote?
Ladder.
What was the option?
Enough to get to.
What was the option?
Snakes or ladders?
Snakes.
Halakar?
As long as it's not the big long one.
Ladder if it's close enough to get to without having to fight the snakes.
Okay. I didn't catch what you said. We don't know if the thief died or not. We don't know. Right, we're at 5 votes for ladder, 1 vote for snakes. And I'm going to give chat a bit of time again. They're
I
gonna
don't
sit
think we
there.
know, Straw. We didn't hear a scream.
No. Could still be falling.
I got 200 pounds of venison watching me from out in the lawn.
Hello, Coco. Summoned by Mercurius. Yes. He has cast a summoning ritual. So at 5-2. 5 for ladder, 2 for fight the snakes. I'm wondering, is it a stag out there or is it multiple deer?
3 medium-sized does.
Ah.
All mine got whacked. I had 5 to 6 of them.
And I'm going dressed weight. I mean, they're bigger than that, but usable meat. If I took all 3 of them, it'd probably be about 200 pounds.
That's not bad. Yeah, all mine got whacked. I haven't seen them all year.
So, still at 5-2. Looks like it is ladder, yes. We have 3 species of deer here in the UK. We have roe deer, we have red deer, and we have muntjac deer.
I've never heard of the last one.
They're small and they don't make a typical deer noise. They sound almost like a dog barking.
We have what? Whitetail, blacktail, and mule.
Usually the whitetail will just snort at you.
Pretty much. And the muleys, you never see them.
I've never gone hunting for those. I have a friend who's gone out west and gone hunting for them in the mountains, or mountainous area, but I never have.
Yeah. There he is. There's the asshole.
I don't see any more votes coming in. I think chat are just ignoring the fact that they're meant to be voting tonight. They're just listening to 4 knobheads talk. That's basically it. Really.
We're just in the background.
Yeah. They're just enchanted by Dan's cat.
Yep.
Hello,
He showed up.
Yes. Where's your cat gone, Alakar?
I'm not sure. I'm surprised he hasn't come in to let me know it's time for dinner yet. He heard me talking and figured I must be summoning him, so that's why he showed up the first time.
Oh, right.
Church will actually sit on his hind legs and paw at the air to let me know it's time to eat.
Smoke just jumps on me. Hey, you're paying attention to me and you're going to like it.
My doggy will almost certainly be in her bed under the stairs at the moment. She likes it there. She likes sort of, it's a little dark corner where she goes when she wants a bit of peace.
You have to lay there now.
She's either there or on the sofa with my wife. I think my wife's going to bed, so yeah, doggy will almost certainly be. Depends on whether Holly's back from football yet. If Holly's not back from football, then you might be on the sofa with Holly watching TV. All right, we're gonna go for the ladder by the looks of things. 110. Well, there's an idea, Strawberry. Yes. You scramble up the ladder and find that the door isn't locked. It opens into a dimly lit tunnel running left and right, which has rough stone walls hewn out of the rock long ago by Carnus's slaves. The air is cool and dank, and there is an eerie silence, save for the occasional clang of a bell coming from a long way off. You peer into the gloom and decide which way to go. Do we head west, or do we go east in the direction of the bell?
Well,
West or bell? Joker says bell.
I'll go with Joker and say Bell.
Halakar.
Yep, Bell.
They're voting as my panel tonight are voting as a team. They're like a voting block.
Right now, the reason is this way: if it goes wrong, I can blame him, and nobody can blame me.
Oh, yeah. Straw's got the ring of contrariness on tonight.
My favourite magic item in the history of D&D. The Ring of Contrariness. I love it. I think it's wonderful.
not a canary.
Contrary.
I know.
Because it's a role-playing curse.
No, I should have asked all my wives if that's what they had. Huh.
Straw, I'm not telling you. No, I'm not telling you, Straw. And Daniel, no, you shouldn't. I'm basically telling you what it does by doing this.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. You doormat to know. Damn autocorrect, yes. That's a marvellous autocorrection, I think. Oh, you do want to know, Straw. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'll tell you. It wasn't autocorrect at all. You typed that. That's just me being contrary, because I'm wearing a ring, you see? Wedding ring. There it is.
Oh, yeah. There are 3 rings to marriage. There's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffer ring.
We call it the eternity ring over here.
Okay, we're going towards the sound of the bell. The bell. The bell. The bell.
I'm hoping this is the opening to an AC/DC song.
Or Metallica has one also. For whom the bell tolls.
Mm-hmm. I don't think of bands I'm into if there's any. This bell ringing sounds between songs on the Fields of the Nephilim's album, The Nephilim.
Which
I'm
one?
sure that's between Celebrate and Love Under Will. Or is it before that? Is it after Love Under Will and into Black
Yeah.
Miller? Is it
Yeah.
first? I can't remember. They've got some of the best song titles ever for D&D type stuff. They open an album with a song called Endemoniada. They close another album with a song called Dawnraiser. They end another album with Last Exit for the Lost. Yes, those are proper song titles. You head east along the tunnel, with the sound of the bell getting noticeably louder. It leads into a cavern where you see a small iron cage suspended from the low ceiling by a thick rope. A small humanoid with long, pointed ears and a wild look in his eyes is sitting in the cage with his legs dangling out. He's holding a brass bell, and he looks very annoyed. Beyond the cage, you see there are two archways leading out of the cavern, one a continuation of the tunnel, and the other a stairwell with spiraled steps going up. When he sees you, the hobgoblin starts banging the bell against the iron bars. "You human, open cage!" he screams at the top of his voice. "If help, me help." Do we help the hobgoblin, or do we ignore him and walk over to the archways? Artwork of hobgoblin. Rather
Help
good,
him.
rather good artwork.
I guess help them.
Yeah, let's help him.
You look
Take a
really
chance.
lucky. So we have 3 votes for help from my voting block in the panel. Help or no help? Chat, it's up to you. Jeb says help. Mary, quite contrary, how did your garden grow? Silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. Yes, I have a daughter. Did I say it on Wednesday? My son has been hanging around with this girl for a little while. Just good friends. Just really good friends. Really, really good friend.
The same one that he made a meal for a few weeks back.
Yeah, maybe he cooked her a meal. She's cooked him a meal. They've had Netflix and chill evenings. They went to a party. He drank too much. She looked after him. She phoned us up to tell us that he'd been sick. To go and could we go and pick him up because he wasn't well. And now they have booked a 4-day trip to Amsterdam together.
Yeah, they're not friends.
I could have told you that after the meal cooking. I could have told you that.
I've got one thing to say to that, and that's good lad. Good lad. I approve. Okay, so we're on 5 for help. Coco says, can't trust goblinoids. Ignore it. Right, it's 5-1 at the moment. Put the ring on, it extrudes filament-like tentacles under your skin, slowly causing necrosis through your entire body. 1 hit point per minute damage until remove curse is cast.
That's the suffer ring.
Until remove cast is cursed. Yes, the suffering.
Yeah, we just died.
5 votes to 1 so far. 5 for help, 1 for not help. Come on, chat. You're not just all baggage for this stream. You're here to engage. Commit to decisions. I get hiccups again.
I mean, if he doesn't help us, we can always kill him later.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And he's back. See? Where'd he go? You had to mention him. There he is.
No, you can't, Jeb. I just want to show you all something that we did you all see the thing I put? Oh no, you won't have seen it because I put it in the stream regulars chat. We're talking about stream bingo the other night. Let's just share my screen. Share screen.
Oh yeah, somebody will like it.
There we go.
In fact, there's a couple of people who like it.
And then falls asleep.
It needs to be bigger.
Microwave drama. They're blitz geeking.
That's what I came up with just very, very quickly, but Iman has got bigger. Iman's got a bigger version he's preparing.
You also need to have Saxius gets everybody back on course.
That's in Iman's one, and that's right in the middle of Iman's draft one.
That'd be the lucky number. That'd be the one you get free.
Yeah, there has to be something about spreadsheets on there.
Yeah.
And planets.
Yes, so that's what I came up with. Just very quick, just took me 5 minutes. Just quickly throw 12 things that came into my head very quickly. So there we are.
In my defense, I think I only ever snored once.
Right, so chat. I've only had 6 votes. That's really, really a bit shit. So, but we're gonna help the Hobgoblin. If you were unsure, then too late now. The Hobgoblin points to his left and says, "Key, look, there." He walks to the back of the cavern, turn over a large stone and find a brass key underneath it. "Throw to me, quick!" Hobgoblin shouts impatiently. Do we throw him the key, or do we keep the key for ourselves and walk on?
Give the key.
Let's throw in the key.
Joe, could you say keep or throw?
Keep.
Keep the key. Daniel, keep the key or throw the key to him?
Keep it. Because he's going to do whatever he can to get favor of whoever captured him so he can be free. So therefore he'll turn on us. So yeah, don't let it out. Or did we already let it out? Yeah, keep it.
Very trusting. You chaps are very trusting. Right, we're 3-3 now with Straw's vote. 3 for throwing the key, 3 for keep the key. This is a tough one. I wouldn't know what to say here. I haven't played this book ahead at all, so I'm in the dark completely. I mean, I sometimes play these books at work when during quiet time. But today, I was reading all about what the land of Hollin or Eregion looks like in 1640 of the Third Age in Middle-earth. Because that's where we're our campaign is going at Merp tomorrow. They're heading towards Moria.
Well, that's right. We got a game at 3.
Yep. They've got to
Spaceship
pass,
time.
and they've got to pass through the land of Holland towards the gates of Moria. And it is a land that used to be home to quite a lot of very important elves, but they've not been there for a very long time. So, what will they find? We're at 4 for give, 3 for keep now. So I was reading about that tonight, finding out who the current king of Moria is, what other dwarves think of him, what his personality is like, and just reading about what sort of things are likely to be in Holland, what features there could be, what sort of flora and fauna can be there. Coco says, keep the key. Okay, we're at 4-4. Yep, straw, you won't be there, will you? So 4 people say keep the key. 4 people say throw the key to the hobgoblin to let him out. That's 8 votes. It says we've got 17 people watching the stream, so there's at least 9 of you there who have not made up your minds.
Wake up!
Wake up! It's a beautiful morning. As they say, straw better late than never.
Just got another vote.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't see you type anything then, Daniel.
Well, no, I had said keep it, but you got another vote. Actually, got 2 more votes.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we are keeping the key.
That's funny, Brian.
We know that Kelsey is your alter ego on a Friday night. I mean,
Especially when she's not in.
yeah. Mom, has Dad been in my underwear drawer again? So that was a bit below the belt.
Well, that's where they put them on normally.
Right. If you want to throw the key to the hobgoblin, so we are keeping the key. 393. You peer into the tunnel heading east out of the cavern and see it is narrow and gloomy. You peer into the second archway and look up the staircase, but can't see anything unusual. Do we walk down the tunnel or do we climb the spiral stairs? We have a key.
I'm saying the stairs.
Why not?
Tunnel or stairs? Halakar, tunnel or stairs?
Tunnel.
Chat, tunnel or stairs? You'll be using a hero archer class mech called Agincourt to kill, pillage, and burn. That's a really good name for an archer. Something that fires from distance. Agincourt, like that.
Oh, it's a missile boat.
I'm just thinking most people keep all their valuable stuff in the top of their tower, even though you'd think they'd put it somewhere else, so it'll be locked. If you have a key, maybe it'll be at the top of the tower.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know we glorify the Battle of Agincourt, that mighty win over the French. It's very famous. Why doesn't Poitiers get the same level of wow factor? Or Crécy?
Because America can't change the rules on it.
Well, no, they were all battles that went the same way. English kicked the crap out of the French with the longbow. But arguably, the bow had the smallest effect at Agincourt.
I don't know.
Massive.
It was just it was the reward after a multi-stage quest line in Mech Warrior 5, and it's a damn strong mech. So
Five.
There you go.
Okay.
it actually is painted in a like a medieval type,
Oh, cool.
like a coat of arms type paint scheme.
I'm saying because I mean, obviously, I'm being a history nerd at the moment, talking about real life, but we always remember Agincourt for the bow, both Crécy and Poitiers, because of armor, technology, and conditions and everything. The bow was much, much more important at those battles than it was at Agincourt. Anyway, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, but see, I don't know the details about those battles, but one thing that goes with almost any military is accuracy by volume.
Mhm.
With the bow, you can get a lot of volume out compared to any other missile type weapon.
But okay, for example, Crécy. The main reason the British won the Battle of Crécy is the French relied on Genoese crossbowmen who had to load their crossbows behind big shields called pavises.
Yeah.
And they left their pavises behind, and it had rained, which rendered their crossbows weak, largely useless. And the crossbowmen were lightly armed, and the crossbowmen got absolutely decimated by the bowmen. So the crossbowmen fled right back into the French forces, who were charging in the opposite direction, who mowed them down. So a lot of the Genoese mercenaries were killed by their own men running away from the bows.
That's funny.
So the bows were huge at Crécy, whereas Agincourt, it was mostly down to suffocation and execution at the end, most casualties, much more than bows.
Okay, then did they utilize their bowmen properly?
Well, they did. They did. I mean, the bowmen, and it's more likely that the bows at Agincourt did more damage to the horses than the men, which would have had an impact on the ground. It was the mud. It was the mud at Agincourt that really was the thing. Yeah, suffocation. They were in thick mud, packed in.
Just bodies falling on each other, and if you get wounded, fall down. Some guy dies on top of you, and you can't get out from under him.
Yeah.
You drowned in mud. My name is Mud. My name is Mud. Who does that song?
I don't know.
All right. My wife.
Okay, so Stairs are winning. Stairs have won. I mean, most casualties at Agincourt were captives being put to death because there are too many captives. Holding your sword at the ready, you walk slowly up the narrow spiral staircase that leads to the beginning of a narrow corridor heading south. There are burning torches set along the stone walls at regular intervals, and ahead you can see a wooden door in the right-hand wall. Do we open the door, or do we keep walking past?
Open the door.
So we have one vote for door.
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 Door. Grim Squirrel says walk. Straw Piglet says keep walking. These boots are made for walking.
Anybody got any black paint?
Now we got to be racial. It has to be black. Joking. But no, I doubt we have Pete. Actually,
Well, we don't know what color the door is, anyways. We can't paint it unless it's red.
That's a good one. I like that.
Oh, hold on.
Incoming!
That's not me.
Message from the big giant head.
So 6 for door, 2 for walk at the moment. Any more votes? If you see me walking down the street, walk on by. One of the best cover versions ever done, the Stranglers version of Walk On By. Are you Americans familiar with the Stranglers?
No. I know the song Walk On By, but never heard of the Strangler.
They were a punk band in Britain in the late 70s, and they're still going. But they, unlike a lot of other punk bands, I mean, they never hid the fact that they were pretty good with their instruments. The bassist, for example, J.J. Burnell, is absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. I'm sure Piglet mentions them all the time, yeah. A great band, really good band. Genuinely very talented. Playing a punk style of music, but with a lot more musicality and other sorts of themes in there. Their cover of Walk On By is genius.
What's her name again?
The Stranglers.
All right, I'll have to look them up tonight after we're done playing.
I think there's only 2. Is there only 2 of them, the originals?
Well, I know the keyboard player passed away. Yeah. They weren't really punk, but they had a punk edge to a lot of their music. But that was mainly because of the vocals, I think, more than anything. They were.
Yeah, they were that borderline.
How about the Mac
crossover.
lads? Right, lads who are in chat. I've mentioned the Mac lads before. I saw them live at Leeds University in 1990. And they were a lads' night out band, not to be taken seriously. Their lyrics were absolutely the most offensive lyrics you could imagine. They
Two live crew. Two live crew. I counter your offensive lyrics.
Yeah. That or else almost anything.
I'm going to ask you now, Google.
Anything hip hop now is just absurd.
Google the song and the lyrics for Uncle Nobby. The song is about a dirty old man talking about his sexual fetishes, and there's a little chorus in the background of children's voices saying, "Please don't do this to us, Uncle Nobby."
Oh my lord!
Oh god!
And tell me that it isn't completely offensive.
It's gotta be fucking offensive.
There's
no way around it.
Probably. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, ooh is the word. Ooh. I mean, they wrote songs about drinking, throwing up, pulling women, going for fights, dirty old men, fat people, skinny people, gay people, you name it.
I'm guessing they weren't very famous, considering I've never heard of them.
Well, they weren't allowed to be.
No.
They weren't allowed to be. Or banned from most places.
But yeah, but that's the same thing with Kevin Bloody Wilson, weren't he? He got famous for not having any publicity at all.
Sounds like Twisted Sister Street Justice taken to another level.
I mean, there's one called Dan's Big Log. It's
That's
about
what my wife said.
It's about a guy called Dan who goes to meet his future in-laws, and he's having food with them, and he needs the toilet. So he goes to the bog, and he can't get the turd to flush.
Everybody's first date and meeting the in-laws problem.
He wanders in, begging his pardon, remembering to fasten up his bags, but everybody's looking out at the garden at the steaming turd that's landed on the flags. He throws it out the toilet window.
Uh-oh. I'm being summoned to feed the cat. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes. I mean, they did one about China, like the local Chinese takeaway. It was called Nagasaki sauce. Guess what that was about? Right. Where were we?
No.
You're breaking up there. You're breaking up. The door. $79. Hello, Svinfulka. Was it? Well, they drip with fear when they see my big spear come busting out of my flies. It's another of their lyrics.
What other lyrics do you need?
Yeah. The door opens into a small room that has a smooth stone walls and a flagstone floor. On the far wall, there is a large cracked mirror in a gilt frame of elaborate. On the far wall, there is a large cracked mirror in a gilt frame of elaborately carved snakes. And in the center of the room, there's a bronze statue of a warrior bending down as though he's about to pick up a silver ring that is lying on the floor. Will you look in the mirror? Will you pick up the silver ring, or will you close the door and walk up the corridor?
Why do we need to look in the mirror? We know what we look like. Let's pick the ring up.
Mirror, warrior, ring on floor. So Joker wants to pick the ring up. Straw says no. Walk on by.
I'm going to say the mirror.
The mirror. Halakha.
What were the options again?
Look in the mirror, pick up the
Okay.
silver ring, or close the door and walk up the corridor.
I'm going to go with the mirror.
Grim Squirrel says keep walking. Brian says pick up the ring. Jeb says mirror. Yeah, I've heard of that band, Brian. I've seen someone wear a T-shirt with their name on it.
You stink.
I'm not going to repeat it, and I'm not going to show it either. But if you look up in chat, Daniel, thank you, Daniel.
If only we had a hobgoblin to throw in there to see what happens.
I mean, I was thinking, is the mirror in the bathroom? Because the song by the beat.
I only recognize one of the people from that batch.
Who do you recognize?
Shadow and Son.
Shadow and Son. Okay.
We've got Jonatas Sixus Cordoso, Winnie Eller, Ricardo Juan Lopez Naranjo, and Shadow and Son, and Lynchpin.
Lynchpin is one of Dark Knights of Hibernia's mates and Gingerbeard's mates. Well, most of the people voting, Seraphis, aren't British. Who are the Brits here?
Hi.
Me, Andy. He's probably gone to sleep because he's old. And there was Finity, who was in here earlier. I haven't seen anything from him in a little while. He's originally British, but he's an expat living in New Zealand. But those, oh, yes, there he is. There he is.
500 some odd years ago, I had some Scotsmen in my ancestry. That's the closest I got.
Right. So 3 have gone for mirror, 3 have gone for ring, 2 have gone for walking on by. Sven Filker says the ring. Okay. Seraphis,
Who let them in?
Seraphis, make a choice. Go for mirror or ring. Andy says walk on by.
Church, you're being an asshole. Yeah, you are.
Well, ring is winning at the moment. It's 4-3-3. 4 for ring, 3 for walk, 3 for mirror. Joker is offensively British. I mean, you could just stop at that as Joker is offensive, couldn't you? Just leave it at that. I do think we have a majority American panel here tonight, a chat and panel. So my precious. I mean, when I first started, I've just seen Jeb's comment about a band called the Dayglow Abortions. Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, when I first started interacting with people in chat in my channel, it was definitely a Canadian invasion. Definitely. So the Canadians have been shouted down recently. General Nuts had health issues. Mage has been busy.
Now you have a couple guys from Pennsylvania and Texas.
Yeah. Slan's Canadian. Slan's not here yet. And then yes, we've got Jeb and Coco Canadians. I always thought you were from Texas originally. That's what that's about. Because I used to think.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
I would fit in, but I'm not.
Somebody's from Texas, but I can't remember who.
Omanal.
All right.
Omanal's a Texan. Okay, we're currently now at 4 mirror, 4 ring, 3 walk on by. So we do need another vote from somewhere. If you haven't voted yet, ring, mirror, walk past.
I'm saying mirror.
I know, I've got you ticked down.
We might have to go to the dice for this.
We may do, yes, yes. Why do you guys want to die?
That's what we do best, Straw.
Dan, that's you. I've just seen you put that on your phone. Dan.
Our
You're not
job is to die in a loud, grotesque military manner.
Dan is cheating. Jerry's come in and said mirror, so you'll make Dan happy with that. Okay, we're going to go mirror. Look in the mirror. 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 8. Well, it's quite a long passage, so there we go. Here we go. Okay. You walk over to the mirror and examine the frame and the fine detail of the snakes. When you look in the mirror, you feel a strange sensation on your face, as though somebody is drawing a line down it. A jagged red line suddenly appears on your face, running from your forehead, over your left eye, and down your cheek to your throat. The line turns into an ugly scar that looks exactly like the crack in the mirror. The mirror is cursed. You feel strangely weak, but there's nothing you can do to remove the voodoo scar. Lose 2 skill points and 2 luck points. There we go.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, but we look like David Bowie now. How cool is that?
If you haven't done so already, you can pick up the silver ring or leave the room.
Ziggy.
Get the ring.
So we've got 1 vote from Daniel for ring. Joker. Ring. Oh, you're all saying ring. Okay. Over to chat. Ring or mirror? 2 votes for leave. 1 in capitals. Three votes for ring. 4 votes for ring. So we're now at 7-2 for ring. We were doing so well. It was Daniel cheating.
Oh dear, Kelsey.
Yeah, I don't even have her this weekend, so yeah, I'll admit it. Plus, if she was here, she'd probably vote against me anyhow.
Because that's what kids do. That's what they're meant to do. It's 8 votes for ring now, 2 for leave. Despite Grim Squirrel and Straw Piglet pleading, everybody's like, oh, no, this is a shiny thing. There's a shiny thing. We've got to have the shiny thing. Must take it. We're adventurous. We'll take every shiny thing. XP.
Precious.
XP for shiny things.
Precious.
XP.
Precious
Oh, yeah.
is my
Yeah,
master.
yes, indeed. You should be so lucky, Brian. So lucky. Fate is much worse than that. I don't know. I'm not ready to answer. Okay, so we're going for the ring. 1, 2, 6. Keeping an eye on the statue, you reach down and pick up the ring. It feels ice cold in your hand. Do you want to put it on your finger? Do you want to put it back on the floor and leave the room? Alternatively, you haven't done so already. You can look in the mirror. You have done so already. Okay. So wear the ring or put it back and leave.
I'd like to put it on the statue, but that's not an option. So I guess I'll put it. We can put it on.
Joker?
Put it on.
Daniel?
I'm gonna get outvoted, but leave it on the floor.
No guts, no glory.
Brian says we cannot leave it, so he's going to put it on. Put it on, put it on. Yeah, okay, Seraphis, yes, you got your point across. Jeb, put it on. Andy says where? Coco says drop it.
I say wear
I
it.
think, yeah, there's a definite leaning towards wearing it, isn't there? Yeah. Straw says drop it. Okay. 8-3. 8-3. We do have 10 fingers. We might have 9 fingers now, but who cares? What's a finger amongst friends?
I don't know. I got one for you. You want to see it?
Oh no, Brian.
A finger of fudge.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, we're putting the ring on. 144.
What do you want now?
You notice the number 111 etched on the inside of the ring as you slide it onto your middle finger. Okay. The statue's
Brian
eyes
was close. He was just 1-1 off.
The statue's eyes now flick open, and in a low voice it hisses a chilling warning. They who steal the ring of ice, my sword will cut and chop and slice. The warrior statue stands up, draws its sword, and steps down from its plinth to attack you.
You
Do we
guys
fight
had
it?
to do it. At least I'm not to blame.
Do we fight it, or do we run away? If we choose to run away, we lose 2 stamina as it wounds us as we run, but we get away. So, fight or not fight?
Right.
Joker says fight. Halakar didn't catch what you said.
Fight.
Fight. Fight.
Kick it in the nards.
In the nards, indeed. Daniel.
Fight.
I'd have put
Yeah,
my-
might as well.
fight.
Because
Yeah.
we're gonna take damage no matter what, so might as well fight it.
Okay. Fight. The pen is mightier, yes. Only Jeb saying run away so far. Everybody else is like, fight, fight, kill it, kill it. Oh. No, we don't have a pen is in this game. This one, no, there's no pen is.
That's you.
How tough are we? We've got 7 skill and 13 stamina, which isn't very tough.
Come on.
This character is actually quite weak. We start off with 9 skill, 16 stamina, 7 luck, which is pretty crap, really. So I didn't expect this character to make it as far as he has. So we're doing all right. Maybe if we kill him, we'll heal. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. Okay, so we are on 9 fighting. Coco's come with the second. That's only the second for running away. So 9-2 with fighting. Fight the bronze warrior. 2-3-1. Oh, we've got a bronze dagger.
Yes, we do.
Oh God. Oh God. The bronze warrior strides slowly towards you with its sword raised, ready to strike. If you win an attack round, your sword will only reduce the warrior's stamina by 1 point. If you possess the Kragan knife, the bronze dagger, it will reduce the warrior's stamina by 2 points when you win an attack round. If you win, turn to 4. But you can also escape and lose 2 points. 2 points of stamina. So okay. Here we go. We're red. It's blue. 6-4. 6-4 is a tie.
Oh,
We lose that one. I think we're dead. 6-8. We lose that one.
Told you.
8-8. We lose that one. Yeah, we're getting battered.
good Lord.
10-12. We lose that one.
Nothing good about it.
8-6 is a tie. 3-3, we lose that. Oh dear, yes. Oh dear. 6-9, we lose that one. One more hit and we're dead.
Jesus.
That's a tie. And we're dead. We're dead. That's the end of. Yeah, we are getting punished. Yes.
See, we should have let that hobgoblin out.
Yeah. Well,
Things started going downhill there.
they did. Yeah. At least we now. No, we don't lose ties. We've got a 2-point disadvantage on skill. So we had to beat it by 3 to wound it, 2 to tie. Anything lower than that, we lost. It had 2 points of skill higher than us, which means he gets a 2-point advantage on the 2 dice. So, no, our character was weak. We at least now know that the right choice is to buy the dagger, I think.
Don't look in the mirror.
Don't look in the mirror.
Number 4 is a safe pillar.
Number 4 is a safe pillar. Yes, we know that as well. So and maybe even just walk past. I think we might need the ring, to be honest. I think that getting that ring is a good idea. I think so, personally. Don't stand on 5, yeah. So maybe if we go this way next time and we have a slightly stronger character. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, maybe even don't pick up the ring. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what the dice give us. But if we have good stats, pick up the ring and fight. Yes. Right. I'm going to end the stream on that because it's a bit late to get another character started.
Yeah.
We are coming towards normal stream ending time. I should be able to start next week's stream at the regular time of 9:45. Basically, the only reality show in the world that I like is Traitors. I am addicted to it. I think the British version is the best version. I think the American version is crap because it uses already existing reality stars, where in Britain it's all normal members of the public, which makes it so much better.
Yeah, the only reason why I watch the American one is because Alan Cummings does it.
I don't like the accent he puts on for it, and I don't like the fact that all the contestants are existing reality stars already. They're already in cliques. I think it's a bit. I think it spoils it. The British one's good.
Oh yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is, I only watch it because of the Alan Cummings, the actor, does it.
Yeah. If you like him as an actor, yeah. I mean, I think he's all right, but he puts on an accent, he puts on a voice, which annoys me.
He doesn't. That is his voice.
No, there are some things he says which he extends out to make him more.
Oh yeah, he exaggerates it, but he is pure Scottish.
He is Scottish. He looks very Scottish, yeah. But he's exaggerated. A bit too exaggerated for me. But
That's
Hey ho.
that's probably the thespian in him.
the thespian in him. Yes, he has a thespian. Right. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, Joker. Thank you,
Joe.
Daniel. Thank you, Halakar. Thank you, Mercurius and Daniel, for those kind donations earlier on. Thank you to those who have resubscribed, like Richard, for example, rejoined. Thank you to chat for taking part after I had to give you all a bit of a kick to wake you all up.
Yes.
You were a bit shit for a while. I mean, there was so much lurking early on in the stream. Yeah, and you know it. You know it.
Lurking
You
has
know
its limits.
You know it. I called you out on it. And it's nice to see you all getting busy towards the end, though. We're getting busy towards the end. Oh. I don't know if we've got an OSE game tomorrow because I can't run tomorrow afternoon and Gingerbeard can't run tomorrow afternoon, but he's running a week tomorrow. So I don't know if Brian's available to run tomorrow afternoon.
That would be the morning one for me.
Yeah. Brian, if you're available
I might be able to sling something together.
yeah, I mean, if somebody
I'm not going to guarantee the quality, but I might be able to throw something together.
Gene's not available and Gingerbeard aren't available, and they're the usual ones who are, but you're not available for the early game, so it's down to you, Daniel, if you can get something put together.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. Actually, I think I already have something figured out. I just have to find where I put it.
I know some of you are at work. Sven Milker. I mean, I'm only messing with you. I know some of you put our stream on in your ears to get you through the final few hours of a work day on a Friday. I mean, yes, I'm messing with you. I will be running MERP tomorrow evening for those who play in the MERP campaign.
I'll be there.
Go ahead tomorrow as you start trudging eastwards towards Moria through the land of Holland, which has been largely deserted for a very long time. Because even the Dunlendings don't go there because they believe that it is haunted by the ghosts of the elves.
Then why would I want to go?
It's the way to Moria.
There is that. Because I'm one of them Dunlandians.
You are, yes. You'll have heard the stories. You'll believe the ghost stories. But don't tell Dan that because elves don't really have souls, they can't become ghosts.
They're like gingers. They don't have souls.
Yeah, it's true. Yes. You know that as well because you are a ginger.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to be toddling off because I have work in the morning. Thank you all.
Have a good night.
Good night, people.
One quick thing.
And Grim Squirrel, that's no excuse. Your clocks are wrong. Just petition your government to put your clock on Greenwich Mean Time. It's as simple as that.
That's funny.
Anyway, good night, fellas.
Guys.
The Halakar, we were talking about